Today we're going to take a little bit of a break from the norm, and we're going to do a little project inside the chicken coop. So if you're not interested at all in chickens, this may not be the video for you, but if you love chickens the way I do, you'll probably get a kick out of this video because all I'm doing is enhancing the coop. But before I get started, I want to take a minute and make sure everybody saw the post from yesterday about the hot sauce. So I only got one reply back so far from 1179, I think is what he goes by. Duncan over at Coastal Gardens, Stephen Marshall, Moses with Urban Backyard Container Gardens, and Mr. Rusty Bottoms. If you guys would send me an email with your shipping address where you want it mailed to, I'll list it down below, but it's thechiliprepper@gmail.com. Then I'll get those hot sauces out to you. I really appreciate you guys supporting my channel the way you do. Small channel like me, I never really knew if it was going to do anything or not, and you guys have definitely boosted my abilities here on the channel and made things go a whole lot better. So thank you very much for being the earliest supporters of my channel. One thing I wanted to touch on real quick, whether you're into chickens or not, if you're building any type of enclosure or a pen on your property and you're using this 1/2-inch hardware cloth, something that I just wanted to show you, whether it's chickens or not, you'll be interested in, but a way to help predator proof it in a way that's worked really good for me because I'm dealing with raccoons really bad. This right here. So I started off by putting screws in, and you'll see, I'll try to zoom in on this, you can see where it broke on the hardware cloth. Most of them haven't, honestly. But if you take this plumber's tape, it's just something that we used to use a lot in the car audio industry. We called it backstrap. They call it plumber's tape. But either way, you buy it in the roll. And if you cut you off little sections, and you can go longer or shorter than this, whatever you want, and you put it down and you screw it in to your 2x4s, it puts pressure on a bigger area of the hardware cloth and less chance that it's going to rip, tear. And it's a screw instead of these little nail fasteners that it normally comes with. These things, they're doing all right, but I've had quite a few of them come out. Something I've learned since I built this coop was that was one of the things that far and above saved. I've had raccoons try to get in here quite a few times, and don't get me wrong, someday they might. They're smart little suckers, but for now they haven't been able to get in. Okay, let's go inside and I'll show you what I'm working on today. So most of the things on this coop have really worked well, and they love the front porch. You think so? Are you confirming what I said? Obviously they love the front porch, and that was one of the things that I was dead set on wanting, and I didn't know why. We know, but they really like it. Now that the chickens are getting older, I want to give them more stuff to play on out here, and the older they get, the more they like to just kind of hang out and roost. Now, again, mine are still not even a year old. What I think I'm going to do is run another roost bar across here. So I did kind of mess up back there where the front porch makes the turn. We attached the hardware cloth to it, but that made it to where that side of the railing they can't roost on because they're right up against the hardware cloth. So what I think I'm going to do is bring one out off and just do a long one coming down the sides, and then possibly do one across the top if I have a board long enough for that. And I'm not going to make you watch the whole process. I will do it, put it up, and then come back and show you what we accomplished. But I like showing you what projects we're working on too, because it might spark some ideas. I got this idea from watching videos. I got this whole chicken coop idea from watching YouTube videos. So I'll get to work, and we'll be back to show you the results here in just a few minutes, hopefully. And just like that, we got ourselves a new roost bar that they can play with, sleep on at night, or run around during the day. We're cutting into their egg laying time, so they're making a bunch of noise. For anybody wondering what it's like to have chickens, you can hear them right now. This is what it's like a lot. So if you decide to do this in your own coop, just make sure that you've got yourself enough bracing underneath to hold the weight of the chickens. I know chickens don't weigh much, but when you get 8 or 10 of them up here, there's some weight. And of course, when they land, especially the big roosters like Rocky, when he lands, there's a lot of weight on it. I did go ahead and put another crossbar in here because we had some side-to-side movement when I got done. But we have 3 contact points and over an 8-foot long roost bar that they should really love. Like I told you, I'm an animal lover through and through, and that goes for chickens too. So they're not just egg layers, they're not just farm animals here. They're my babies, they're my pets, and I want to, yes, you're my pet. No, you don't own me. You are my pet. They're a lot of fun to have around. And the happier you can make them, the more eggs that they're going to give you. This is Little Bit. He's our other rooster. He's the one that we thought was a female. I named Little Bit because was the runt of the litter. Turned out to be a rooster and now is growing like crazy. So just a quick video today, nothing too crazy, nothing too special. I wanted to get the people's names out that got the hot sauce so we can get those boxes out to them. And I wanted to just show you another way that I take care of my little raptors. We're getting close to the end of the garden season, so soon we'll have a bunch of videos about the end of the season and how big everything got, that kind of thing. But in the meantime, I'm trying to show you what else I do here on the property, and chickens are a big part of it. I don't get any waste anymore out of the garden. It all goes to the chickens. And if you watch my short that I put out yesterday, I make them salad every day too. So they're spoiled rotten. One last little quick tip that I want to leave you with that I figured out. The layer feed that's in stores, it's 16% protein. And from everything I researched, that's like the bare minimum when big corporate took over egg laying. Of course, they're trying to cut their margins to whatever they can. So 16% is what they figured out was the lowest that they could go and still get production out of their chickens. 20% is actually the sweet spot for the protein. So if you get all flock instead of your layer feed, you'll boost the protein. Plus then if you get scratch grains, it's usually running 20% too. And then give them a bunch of vegetables in between. It'll give you a lot better eggs. So remember, you don't have to be a prepper to be prepared, just be prepared. And I will see you on the next one.